What's up? Okay, the state of Indiana today. The big story of the day is redistricting. Okay, once we got that press release this morning from Governor Mike Braun, all of the other press releases started to come in. So first, what I want to read to you is what we received from Governor Mike Braun first thing this morning. It says that Governor Mike Braun will today sign a proclamation calling a special legislative session for the General Assembly to convene on Monday, November 3rd, to consider altering the boundaries of Indiana's congressional districts and to consider resolving an important issue regarding federal and state tax compliance that must be addressed. And this is in quotes, "I am calling a special legislative session to protect Hoosiers from efforts in other states that seek to diminish their voice in Washington and ensure their representation in Congress is fair. I am also asking the legislator to conform Indiana's tax code with new federal tax provisions to ensure stability and certainty for taxpayers and tax preparers for the 2026 filings." It says Indiana uses federal tax law as a starting point for the Indiana tax return, and the recent changes to federal tax law in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act include provisions that impact Indiana state tax filings. So that was what he was sent, or that was sent this morning. Then after that, we started to receive just releases from Democrats talking about the whole redistricting conversation. So I just pulled just a couple of people in terms of what they have said within those press releases. So first person I pulled was State Representative Alex Burton. He's a Democrat from Evansville. He says, once again, the state house is putting politics before people. Instead of tackling the real problems facing Hoosiers, legislative leaders are racing to redraw political lines and score political points. Meanwhile, families are still struggling with rising utility costs, unaffordable child and health care, a broken DCS system, limited access to quality housing, and the ongoing harm caused by Senate Enrolled Act 1. One more that I will share with you. This comes from State Representative Ed Delaney, a Democrat in Indianapolis. "I would be happy to have a special session to help the people we were elected to serve, Hoosier taxpayers, not to play a political game. It seems the governor and I have different understandings of who we are beholden to." All right, so a couple other things I want to share again in regards to redistricting. This is Indiana Republican House Representative Andrew Ireland. He was on the Kendall and Casey show on WIBC, and so this is just a little voicer of what he did.
So there's no limitation on what bills can be filed. Doesn't necessarily mean that those bills will be heard. I know traditionally for special sessions, you try to keep them to a couple of topics. So you're in really quickly, you get it done, and then you get out.
He says he just wants to make sure that it's important to remember that other bills can be reviewed during the special session.